Barcelona 2, Getafe 0. Barcelona go 11 points ahead of us in the La Liga table. Yes, Real Madrid is now 11 points behind Barca. I mean, what is there to say, guys? La Liga was finished like 3 weeks ago, but this is just a nail in the coffin. And honestly, Barcelona, the lineup, everything about the team, it just screamed of a 1-1, or a close victory. But if we just look at the complete domination by Barca in both halves, it was just Getafe maybe getting a counter every 10 minutes and Barcelona just completely controlling the ball, controlling the tempo, and doing everything right that they needed to. Of course, was it a boring game? Yes. No Lamine Yamal, no Rashford from the start, so you don't have these pacey wingers on. We had Lewandowski in there, Pedri, who had a really good game, Gavi once again getting a yellow. This guy is genuinely mental, by the way. Yeah, if you are a guy or even a girl, yeah, that bets on football, just bet on Gavi getting a yellow. Yeah, that's what I've gathered from Gavi in these last few, I don't know, 7-6 games. But Gavi is genuinely mental. But fair enough to Flick. I think the attacking football from Barcelona wasn't the greatest, but the midfield and the defense absolutely killed it today. No mistakes. They held the ball perfectly fine. And when the team needed to slow down, Pedri, Gavi or Frankie de Jong when he came on in the 60th minute, it was just seamless. Seamless for Barcelona. Getafe kind of gave up towards the end because they knew after Rashford, of course, scored that second goal in the 74th minute, it was done. Maybe in the first half, you could say that Getafe, tried to go on the counter, but they didn't even have a shot on target. Barcelona was absolutely dominating. And yeah, second half, kind of the same. It was kind of the same. When the substitutions came on, of course, Araujo, Frankie de Jong, Marcus Rashford, and then Balde, Casado, all of them basically performed perfectly fine. I think Flick did great with the lineup. I think Rooney Bargi, should have started even though he didn't have the greatest of games. But the substitutions worked perfectly. Tired Getafe, they basically have nothing of the ball, so they are going to be extremely tired after running for it, for what, 60th minute? Yeah, 60 minutes, and Marcus Rashford against tired legs, he's going to get you something, okay? Guys, I know he's kind of cheeks, okay? But he's going to get you something. I always said it. Marcus Rashford, in these biggest, games or in these games against a low block, tough opponent defensively, he's going to work out if you put him off the bench, not as a starter. Rashford needs some minutes as well to get going, and that's why 60th minute for me is perfect for a Rashford to come on. But other than that, attacking-wise, they were okay. I think Fermin did okay with the goal. Lewandowski, with the assist, but Rooney Bargi wasn't the greatest. Olmo had some chances as well, missed. Fermin as well. They did miss some chances, but overall, just a comfortable performance. But, before we, even talk about the league, I want to just... Getafe is disgusting, man. Honestly, the stadium is cheeks. The players are ass. Nobody there can do anything. The only guy I actually rate from this team is Luis Milla and Birmancevic. Milla, their best player by far. But Birmancevic came from the Czech league. Other than that, he's cheeks as well. Honestly. This brother, Jose Bordalas, yeah, if you know, you know, is the most boring manager I have ever seen. This is, yeah, the Spanish Arteta. Even though Arteta is Spanish, you know what I mean, bro. Mikel Arteta, Jose Bordalas, bro. They are the same, just levels. Jose Bordalas, please, bro. Just leave La Liga, man. This is honestly disgusting. I knew even if Getafe had 15 chances this game, they weren't going to score or even shoot on target because they just have no attacking threat. And when their defensive approach doesn't work until like the 60th, 70th minute, if it worked, but Barcelona scored in the 45th minute. Well taken goal by Fermin Lopez, and then the second one, Rashford as well, just nail in the coffin. I knew it was done from the first goal because Getafe, if they concede earlier than the 60th minute, for me, are basically done against the big team. Okay, they can maybe fare with Mallorca, Celta Vigo, and these guys, but Barcelona, let's be honest, they're going to keep the ball, they're going to make you tired, and Rashford just finished it off. I think Flick coached a good game. Jose Bordalas is just the ass manager, honestly. Getafe is cheeks. I don't even know, we can look at the league table, of course. We're going to talk about Madrid and Barca in a minute, but Getafe currently sits in 6th. I genuinely see how I'm scrolling down. I thought they were like 12th, 11th. But that's the state of La Liga. These guys might actually be playing Europa League. Sorry, Conference League. Yeah, man. Like, I'm speechless. Honestly, these guys, they are so bipolar because one day they give you this, one day they give you perfect counterattacks, and they usually do well against Barcelona as well. I think this is the first time Barcelona has won there since 2019, which is like, what, 7 years now? It's crazy. But, of course, I think Barcelona in the league this year is perfect. They're just, honestly, the one game I can remember they fully fucked it up for themselves is Real Sociedad when they lost 2-1 to them. Oyarzabal scored. But other than that, they usually either get a draw or they just win. They push through to the struggles. And Getafe, let's be honest, Getafe away is a tough game. Yeah, if you don't score in that first half or even, first 30 minutes sometimes, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. But they did everything they needed to. They gave no chance for Getafe to even be on the ball. And, I mean, 28 goals scored just speaks for itself. Did anybody actually think Getafe was going to score? No. Barcelona, 11 points ahead of Real Madrid. This is what I want to talk about. Real Madrid, Barcelona, yeah? Rivalry. This season, there is no rivalry, guys. There is literally no rivalry. Because in the Liga, we beat them. We beat them. We lost to Atletico once, and we beat Barcelona, and we beat Atletico the second time. So we basically lost one game in those top 3 clubs. I'm not counting Villarreal because I think we beat them twice, right? Or we drew to them. This season has gone like nothing, honestly. But Villarreal, I'm not counting as a big club. They're just better in the league because Atletico is just fucking 4 losses in a row, bro. Atletico this season is on a UCL type of campaign, They will still make top 4, by the way, which just speaks about the quality of the league, referees, everything in this league is finished. But one thing that's definitely finished, and that's a fact, is Real Madrid. I don't care how bad the team is. I don't care how bad our injuries have been. I don't care, how the dynamic has been between Vinny and Mbappe. Players that are in a club that play for the same team, like Rudiger, Militao, Courtois, Fede Valverde, Trent, Bellingham, Vinny, Rodrigo before he got injured, Mbappe, Arda Güler, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Carreras, Huijsen. These guys are meant to be maybe 5 points behind a good Barcelona. You know what this is? This is a Barcelona side that struggled in La Liga most of the season. They just always got it through. They were winning 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. But those games were close. I remember from November to about February, all of those games were 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, maybe a 3-1 against somebody, but they were always close. But you know what it is? The other clubs either didn't capitalize on Barcelona's mistakes or Barcelona just punished them. And that's exactly how Real Madrid lost the season. Real Madrid against smaller teams, unlike Barcelona, even though, we were, having more XG, we should have scored more. No, we can't finish. We can't finish our chances. And when it comes down to it, crunch time, as we usually call ourselves, last minute, flipping Real Madrid 90 past, it's Real Madrid time. Nope. It's actually small teams against Real Madrid time this season. They usually score past the 80th minute or the 75th, and then we either have no time to answer or there is genuinely no way for us to score because we have either substituted our best players out thinking, we were going to finish the game off, or there is just everybody on the pitch and we still can't beat Betis. Like we conceded in the 94th minute. That's not going to happen against Barcelona. They finished the game once again with a clean sheet. I think that's like 7 victories in a row now in La Liga. What is it? This is not La Liga, guys. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. 9. Okay, 9. 9 La Liga victories in a row. And, they have 1 less conceded goals than us. They still have 1 less goal conceded than us. But they have almost 20 more goals scored. And they had Rafinha injured. They had Lamine Yamal now injured. They had one of the worst striker partnership I've ever seen. Yeah, Ferran Torres, he's shit. He's still scoring. But we have Vinny, Rodrigo, Mbappe, players off the bench, midfielders that can score goals. We still have 20 less goals than them. We are so ass at being the better team. It's actually sad. We're better than 90% of these teams, and even better sometimes than Barcelona, but we just don't finish off games. We just don't finish off games, and this is the perfect example of how to finish off a game. Getafe could have gotten a chance. They could have given them chance, like we did against Betis yesterday. We gave them those chances in those last 15 minutes because, I don't know, fucking Isco came on and we became friends. But we don't want to win the league. We were not even trying to win the league all season. We lost the league ourselves. Barcelona, in my opinion, didn't actually win it. They did their job, of course, 85 points. That's a great season. But guys, if we're being honest, what are the games that we lost? Do you think the games that we lost or drew is the quality of the other teams? Maybe some. But that game against Real Betis, for example, like, that's a disgusting performance. But the ending, we should have just closed the gate down. We should have been ready to step up in the last minute, kick the ball away, make La Liga at least respectable, make the El Clasico somewhat respectable. But we could be giving them the fucking guard of honor. I know they won La Liga, but is this Madrid team genuinely saying to themselves, we lost, so why not just play like shit? That's what I mean. I respect Barcelona because they genuinely are a defensive monster in this league. Even though their defense has been ass past, but when they need to keep a clean sheet and they just need a victory and against a small team, they're gonna do it. Big teams, Champions League and this and that, maybe it's a different story with the highlight and Flick, but Flick did perfectly this year to manage the team against smaller teams to win La Liga. Did it cost them in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid? Maybe, but if you want to win trophies, especially like La Liga, you need to manage your players better, and you need players that are going to be consistent, and that's exactly what Barcelona have, and we don't. So congrats to Barcelona once again, because I said it like 2-3 weeks ago already. They won the title, but guys, 11 points. 11 points, at least in Real Madrid. Win against Espanyol or whatever the next game is for us, and then we have Barcelona. At least win that El Clasico, you bunch of bums. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a really, really good video, in my opinion, talking about everything, in the transfer strategy of this club. I'm gonna talk about keeping players, selling players, avoiding players, transfers or even the academy players, buying players, just everything that goes with, transfers, outgoings, ingoings, and, avoiding some players as well. So please, if you have enjoyed this video, of course, like this video, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the video tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Barcelona, congrats. Peace out.